greatest podcast, the Heidelcast.
It's a Heidel minicast. And now, Scott Clark.
It's and Counsel.
If the Heidelcast helps you, won't you help us keep it going? Please make the coffer clink by clicking on the PayPal link or by sending a check to Heidelberg Reformation Association, 1637 East Valley Parkway, number 391, Escondido, California, 92027.
Do you know somebody who would benefit from the Heidelcast? Why don't you just look at your app, or you can use the Heidel app, so Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you're hearing us, even YouTube, and just hit the share button and send it today to one friend and say, this is a great podcast. I really love it. I think you'll love it too.
The Heidelcast.
So I want to talk with you today in this episode about distinguishing some words that sound the same but aren't the same. And I notice in, I'd say, colloquial writing, but also even sometimes in formal writing, people are struggling to keep these things straight. So first of all, let's look at its and its. A little easier to tell these apart in writing than when you're hearing it with your ears, but I'll spell it out for you. IT''S. That's one word, and ITS is another word. Those are two different words that signal two different things. IT''S is a contraction. It stands for it is. Whenever you wish to say it is informally, you use its. For example, if you said, it is almost time for lunch, people might take you for an English teacher or something. So contractions are fine, particularly in colloquial, informal speech or even in informal writing. The second its is ITS, and that's the neuter possessive. And it performs the same function as his, hers, ours, and they all do the same thing. It belongs to an it, and it is a neuter thing, right? Not a person, but something. When you want to indicate possession, use its, as in, after the tornado, the house was still standing, but its roof was missing. The missing roof belongs to the house, or at least it did until it was missing, until it got picked up and carried away by the tornado. Or, as happened in my hometown not too long ago, by the time you hear this, 90-mile-an-hour winds uprooted a bunch of trees. So it happens where I'm from. Use its as you would use his or hers. The backpack is his. The purse is hers. So there's no apostrophes in these words. It's, these pronouns, possessive pronouns, it's, his, hers, yours, ours, or theirs. One more thing. There is no such word as its, ITS apostrophe, but I have seen it. This is a case where a writer thinks that, well, there must be an apostrophe here somewhere, so he adds it to the end just to be safe. And he meant well, but didn't quite know what he was doing. That's why I'm here. That's why the Grammar Guerrilla exists, to help you with these things. The difference is between a contraction, it is, and possession, it's. If you remember that distinction between contraction and possession, then you won't have any difficulty in using the right word.
Heidelcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Clark.
The Heidelcast.
Second pair of words I want to discuss with you is counsel and counsel. Counsel and Council. So consider Matthew 27:7. So they took counsel, Counsel, and bought with them the potter's field as a burial place for strangers. That's, again, Matthew 27:7 from the ESV. And then Acts 25:12 from the ESV. Then Festus, when he had conferred with his council, Council. The one is SEL, the other one is CIL. Right? Conferred with his council, answered, quoting again here, to Caesar you have appealed, to Caesar you shall go. So, two different words that sound the same, homonyms, but are actually two distinct words signaling two distinct things. When we think about coming to faith, about becoming a Christian, we think quite properly about being given the gift of new life, about being given true faith and through it, mystical union with Christ, justification, and the rest of the benefits of Christ. One part of becoming a Christian, however, that occurs, but which might not receive much attention, is that Christians also learn a new vocabulary, which is formed first by Scripture, then by the Catholic, lowercase c, universal ancient creeds. For example, the Nicene Creed, the long form of which is the Nicene Constantinopolitan Creed, but we just call it the Nicene Creed. Chalcedon, right, the definition of Chalcedon, the Apostles' Creed, and the Athanasian Creed. And then finally, we learn the Christian vocabulary by reading individual Christian writers in the tradition. So there are two terms used in Scripture and by Christians that are homophones, right, or homonyms, maybe. They sound the same, but they're distinct and sometimes related in meaning, and which, because their sense is related, and because they sound the same, they are frequently confused for each other. And that's counsel and counsel, Counsel and Council. After Judas betrayed Jesus, he was paid with 30 pieces of silver. For the chief priests paid Judas for his betrayal, they, quote, took counsel. That's what the English text says. To take counsel means to make a decision. The body in which that decision is made is a council, Council. So a group of people made a decision, and you can use council, Council, to describe the group, and you can describe the decision-making process as Counsel. To muddy things further, the Greek says receiving counsel, and the noun counsel might refer to a plan or a gathering to make a decision. Nevertheless, the English expression to take counsel refers to the process of decision-making. The noun counsel, in contrast, refers to the gathering, as I say, in which the decision is made. When Paul was on trial before Festus, he asserted his civil rights as a Roman citizen to a trial before Caesar himself. The moment he said the words, "I appeal to Caesar," Festus met with his advisors. They took counsel together, but he met with the council, Council, likely to get things right so as to stay out of trouble with Rome. The process of getting things right is taking counsel, Counsel. The ad hoc committee in which the decision was made was a council, Council. So, to refer to the process of making a decision, use Counsel. To refer to the committee in which the decision is made, use the noun Council. And ironically, the same noun is used in Greek in both constructions, but the sense is different according to the context and usage. Confusion of the council, Counsel, and council, Council, is easy and it's understandable, but it's avoidable if we remember the difference between place and process.
Thanks for listening. Tune in tomorrow for more from the Heidelcast, brought to you by HeidelbergReformationAssociation.org. Don't forget, when the coin in the coffer clinks, the cost of bandwidth shrinks. Copyright Heidelberg Reformation Association. All rights reserved. This is a Heidel Media production.
For this podcast, the Heidelcast.